right, your final comedian competing in this roast battle, coming all the way from Memphis. He's been on Comedy Central, open for Patton Oswalt, open for Hannibal Buress. Everybody put your hands together for Richard Douglas Jones.
Actually, I do that because we as a culture have become way too comfortable with buttholes. I don't know if you all have noticed it. It started in the music. They did it a couple years ago. They put out a song and the lady said, "Eat the booty like groceries." And I was like, no thank you. But apparently the rest of America was like, I'm with it. And so now you turn on the radio and there's a woman named Sukihana, and she put out a song that says, and I quote, "I was eating his ass, eating his ass, eating his ass, eating his ass." Look, Sukihana's family hates her guts. Like, she came home for Christmas dinner and they were like, what the fuck do you think you're doing putting your shit mouth on Big Mama's fine china? Big Mama stole this from the family that owned her. What the fuck are you doing, you nasty shit mouth bitch? And look, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. I'm not. I just wish that they would save a little room for hygiene. That's all. Just put a quick little verse. You know, just something real quick, like ass in my throat. Then I got some scope. Or you know, lick the booty clean. Got some Listerine. You know, just real quick. Just real quick. Look, call me a prude. If you must. But I personally don't think that ass eating is a first date event. I don't think it is. Again, call me old-fashioned if you must, but I feel like you're supposed to get your ass ate like once a year on your anniversary, you know? Like, you know, you come home and your girl waiting on you at the door. She's like, make sure you get in the shower, big boy. And then you gotta psych yourself up. You're like, I ain't gonna like this shit. I ain't gonna like this shit. I ain't gonna like this gay ass shit. And then she starts doing it, right? And you don't like it. You know what I mean? Like you make like a little bit of noise. You go like, ooh, and that's it, you know? And you spend the next 2 weeks wondering if it makes you gay. It totally does. Surprise, it totally does. It totally does. Totally does. I don't look, on a completely unrelated note, if you know ahead of time that you're gonna get your ass ate, I recommend laying on your stomach, because if you lay on your back, you feel like you're getting changed. It's terrible. You sit there with your legs up in the air, you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I hold my knees? What are... Fuck it, baby shark. It's a roast battle. You're gonna groan so much more. It's nice to be back in Arkansas. I got a chance to get some of the Arkansas legal weed here. Turns out it's just meth. It's just fucking meth. It's just green meth. That's all it is. I hate a fat bitch. Now, before y'all get on, man, I'm not saying I don't like big girls, okay? I'm saying specifically I hate fat bitches, because a fat bitch don't know when to shut the fuck up. Right? Like, I like big girls. I love big girls. I like all of you. I am from the South. We got a saying down here, you gotta be too something to do something. You understand? I used to be a gym rat. I love working out. Fucking fat girls like working out. Look, you gotta lock in. You gotta get they knee back right on your elbow back and get that shit locked the fuck in. And then you know how, like, when you see, like, on somebody's desk, it's like that, like that's what it's like fucking a big girl, right? Because you send it out in the world and you don't know it's coming back, but it's coming back. And when you do, you gotta engage your core. That's just fucking physics, nigga. I love big girls. Matter of fact, you don't know if you're a big girl, this is your season. Look, as soon as the temperature drops below 50 degrees, every single man shivers and says, ooh, I need a bitch with a crock pot. Matter of fact, the only time I ever did some stalker ass shit, right, is when I drove by a big girl's house late at night, right? And when I drove by, it was another dude's car in the driveway. And at that moment, she became a fat bitch. Sorry, I got fat bitches on the brain. I'm a teacher, right? I'm a substitute teacher, right? And I just had to argue with a fat bitch today, right? I work at an inner city high school, and there's this girl. She just fucking stereotype. She had the baby hair shellacked to her head. She got the caterpillar eyelashes and the long Kool-Aid colored mermaid hair and shit. And I'm just like, I'm a substitute teacher. I'm not asking you to do much. I'm asking you to sit down and shut up. And I'm like, hey, can you calm down? And she's just like, I don't know who the fuck this motherfucker think he talked to. Oh, big glasses, having ass nigga. And I went over to her. I said, excuse me, miss. How old are you? She said, I'm 18. I said, fuck you, you fat bitch! She's like, who you talking to? I can't tell. I was like, I know you can't tell. You talk about my glasses. At least I can see my way to a gym, you fat bitch. I use these glasses to understand portion control, you fat bitch. Just because you got your baby hair spackled down to the side of your forehead don't mean that I don't know you got a big ass forehead. You big forehead, big back, big snack eating fat bitch. And then she started crying. And I ain't give a fuck. I was like, I bet your tears taste like Crisco, you fat bitch! Because as a sub, you gotta show them you crazy. You gotta show them you crazy. Let me see, I could keep telling y'all stuff about me. About a year ago, I got diagnosed with a disease called lupus. Now, shut up. It is what it is. I stopped telling my friends I had lupus because all my friends were like, nigga, that's a bitch disease. My aunt Sheila got that shit. And I was like, no, I'm a man. Nick Cannon got that shit. Had a bunch of people trying to get me to cure lupus with 13 herbs and spices and shit. They were like, you just put the sea moss under your tongue like Dr. Sebi said. And I was like, who is Dr. Sebi? He's like, Dr. Sebi is a 500-year-old black man who has a cure for everything. You really never heard of Dr. Sebi? He was the one helping out that rapper Nipsey Hussle before he got shot. And I was like, well, clearly he has a cure for everything but bullets. So far, though, the worst thing about having lupus is that I'm too old to get a wish granted. And that's some bullshit. I like Disney World. What the fuck? But I get it, though. I get it. I get why there's a cutoff for it. Because if they let adults have it, it'd just be a bunch of bald, skinny people trying to get some head. That's all it would be. That's all it would be. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I would love a trip to Disney World. I would. But please understand while I'm there, somebody's sucking my dick on the Pirates of the Caribbean, okay? Like, it's a small world, not with these nuts in your mouth. Like, all you hear is, and it's not Donald Duck. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, with the lupus, I take a lot of medicine. And with the medicine, there come a lot of side effects. And one of the side effects is insomnia. I'm up a lot. It just leaves me a lot of time to think about stuff. I think big thoughts. One of the things I think about the most is reparations. I think about reparations the most. And what I have decided about reparations, like if the U.S. government one day said, hey, y'all get reparations, the only thing I can think of is not going to be enough. It's not. Look, anything below $10 million, kiss my ass. I need generational change in wealth. But actually, if I'm being honest, if the whole point of reparations is appeasement, it's not what I want anyway. Like, look, I will settle for nothing short of even Steven. For those of you who haven't figured out by now, I want a white slave. I want a white slave. And some of y'all are with it, but some of you are offended. And for those of you that are offended by what I said, please understand that I surveyed the audience, and I can't do shit with none of y'all. You are what we call in the slave industry inferior stock. I can't do shit with none of y'all. If I'm gonna get a white slave, I want a Thor. It'd be fun. I'd name him Kunta Kinte. Be great. Like, okay, so in this world, you all are probably thinking, why do all white people have to be slaves? I didn't say that. All white people don't have to be slaves. Look, only about 15% of you, okay? Fight amongst yourselves. Surprise, we're taking the winners because nobody wants a losing ass slave. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. Like, look, okay, y'all are not laughing nearly hard enough for this joke, because here's what's going to happen. Later on this evening, somebody's going to come up to me and they're going to say, oh my God, that slave joke, oh my God. No, but seriously, if you had a slave, what would they do? And I'm like, first of all, it's not a they, it's a it. I don't appreciate you humanizing my property as such. Second of all, it will do whatever the fuck I tell it to do. But mostly gardening. Mostly gardening. Like if I had a white slave, my white slave would like grow weed and take the charge. That's what, like I'd make my white slave like my agent. Like that's what he'd do. Like he'd call up people and be like, hey, Chuckle Hut, this is Kyle. And I'd be like, Kyle? Ain't no Kyle around here. At which point he gotta get a whooping because them's the rules. And I'm stringing him up, and I'm just like, what's your name, boy? And he's like, dude, you know my name. It's freaking Kyle. And I'm like, well, pow! He's like, holy fucking shit! That hurt, man! Oh, God! I want my dad! I'm like, what's your fucking name, boy? He's like, dude, I told you it's Kyle! Well, pow! What's your motherfucking name, bitch? It's Kunta, bro! It's Kunta fucking Kinte, man! Now, I feel like you should have to go through that if you want to be a white rapper. Okay, that's been my time. Find me on Instagram at @RDouglasJones. Good night.